Welcome back to BBC Earth Coins. You know that old is gold, but these rare Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coins that are most valuable than you think. Don't spend these pennies. You are lucky if you have one of these. So please watch complete video for numismatic treasure. Let's start this.
Did you know that there's a coin worth $1 million that could be sitting right in your pocket? Yes, you heard that right. This isn't a lottery ticket. This is real life. And today, we're going to talk about a penny, yes, a penny that could make you rich beyond your wildest dreams. Imagine holding something in your hand worth more than most people's homes, cars, and vacations combined. Stick around, because you won't believe the secrets I'm about to reveal. But before we dive in, let me ask you a simple question. How often do you check the coins in your spare change? Not very often, right? You're not alone. Most people toss them into jars, forget about them, or let them collect dust. But what if one of those pennies could change your life forever? Now, let's take a journey back in time. The year is 1976. It's a year full of history, celebrations, and change. It was the United States bicentennial, celebrating 200 years of independence. People were celebrating with fireworks, parades, and plenty of patriotism. But amidst all the excitement, the US Mint was doing something a little less public, a tiny, yet profound, mistake. One tiny detail that changed everything: the absence of the mint mark on a small batch of pennies. Now, I know what you're thinking: who cares about a missing mint mark? It's just a little dot. Well, that tiny mistake, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly what makes these 1976 pennies worth over $1.4 million. You see, the mint mark normally indicates where the coin was produced: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Without it? A coin that shouldn't exist. A coin that could be worth a fortune today. So how exactly did these rare 1976 pennies come to be? You see, in the bicentennial year, the US Mint made a mistake. A small number of pennies were struck with no mint mark at all. And for collectors, that is gold. Literally. The rarity of this error is what drives its price into the millions. But here's the kicker: most of these coins were never found. People didn't think much of them, and they were thrown into circulation, lost in the shuffle of everyday transactions. Imagine this: a simple penny in your pocket could be worth more than some people's entire savings. Doesn't that make you stop and think? How many pennies do you have sitting around right now? What if one of them could be the next big find? But wait, the story gets even crazier. Hold on. Now, I know what you're probably thinking: this can't be true. A penny worth $1 million? How is that even possible? But let me tell you, this isn't a fairy tale. This is the real deal. The 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is one of the most valuable coins in the world. The few that have been sold at auction have fetched over $1.4 million. And here's the scariest part of it all: you could have one in your collection right now, and not even know it. Scene: show a person's hand holding a regular penny and zoom in on the details, voice growing more intense. Let that sink in. There are thousands of people right now, just like you, who don't know they're sitting on a gold mine. They think it's just a worthless penny, a tiny coin that's nothing more than pocket change. But that penny? It could be a key to a luxurious life you've always dreamed of. Pattern interrupt: I know what you're thinking. There's no way I could get lucky enough to find one of these. But here's the thing: luck has nothing to do with it. Coin collecting isn't about waiting for luck to strike. It's about knowing what to look for. And if you've got an eye for rare coins, you could be the one to cash in. Now that you know what's out there, it's time for action. The world of rare coins is waiting for you to dive in, and it's easier than ever. Check your pockets. Check your old coin jars. Look through your change. Don't wait for tomorrow. The longer you wait, the more valuable these pennies become, and the less likely you are to find one. There's no time to waste. Remember, time is money, literally. Don't let someone else beat you to the punch. If you find one of these rare pennies, it could change your life. Don't sit on your hands, wondering what if, because right now, someone else is out there cashing in on their fortune, while you're sitting on a potential $1 million discovery. So, what are you going to do next? Wait, or take action and secure your wealth? Imagine a life of financial freedom, no more worrying about bills or the daily grind. What could you do with that kind of wealth? Travel the world? Retire early? Pay off all your debts and live comfortably for the rest of your life? It all starts with one decision. So take action now. Check your coins. And who knows? The next call you make might just be the one that sets you on the path to your $1 million future. Don't miss out. Your fortune could be waiting in your pocket right now. What if I told you your spare change could make you a millionaire? Imagine this: you walk into your local coin shop with a small bag of pennies. You've been holding onto them for years, thinking they're just junk, but what if, just what if, one of those pennies was worth millions? Yes, millions. You heard that right. In today's video, we're going to uncover the jaw-dropping truth behind one of the rarest pennies ever minted, the 1968 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, and how it could change your life forever. Buckle up, because this story is about to get wild. Most of us look at pennies like they're worthless, right? They're just small, copper-colored coins. We throw them in our pockets, toss them in jars, or forget about them altogether. But in 1968, something extraordinary happened. Something that, to this day, can make your ordinary penny extraordinary. In 1968, the US Mint made a mistake, a monumental mistake. And what came out of it could be the very coin you have sitting in your collection right now. You see, most pennies have a mint mark, a tiny letter indicating which mint produced the coin. But in 1968, there was a batch of pennies that didn't have one. And these are extremely rare. Look at this penny. The mint mark, as you can see, is right here on the reverse side. It's the letter D or S, indicating where it was minted. But what about those pennies without one? That's the real treasure, folks. In the world of coin collecting, these no-mint mark 1968 pennies are so rare, they're practically a myth. They were produced by mistake, and most were destroyed. But just a few lucky ones slipped through the cracks. And if you find one, it could be worth over $1.3 million. That's not a typo. $1.3 million. Let that sink in. A penny. A simple, everyday coin, with a minting error that makes it one of the most sought-after pieces of currency in the world. You're probably wondering, how do I know if I have one of these $1 million coins? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into. Now, hold up. I can already see you digging through your change drawer. Stop. Don't get too excited just yet. Not every 1968 penny is the golden ticket. In fact, you're more likely to find a rare unicorn than a 1968 no-mint mark penny in your jar. But there's hope. Because if you do find one, that penny could change everything for you. It could give you financial freedom. It could open the doors to a new life, one where you no longer have to worry about the bills stacking up or that endless cycle of working for a paycheck. Imagine paying off your house, traveling the world, or simply living comfortably without the stress. It's all possible, with just one coin. So how do you spot a 1968 no-mint mark penny? First, take a look at the reverse side. You'll want to carefully examine the area where the mint mark should be. If it's completely blank, you've got yourself a rare one. But that's not all. Even if the penny looks perfect, it's still important to get it authenticated by a professional. You could be sitting on a fortune, but without the right certification, it's just another coin. So don't waste time, get it checked, and if it's legit, prepare to watch your life change. But, and here's the kicker, these coins are rare. Like, really rare. A few have been discovered in the wild over the years, but the real ones that have sold for millions are often locked away in private collections or auction houses. So, if you're lucky enough to find one, you need to act fast. The market for these coins is fierce, and the longer you wait, the slimmer your chances of getting the value you deserve. Now, I know what you're thinking, where do I sell it? How do I find the right buyer? Stay tuned, because we're about to reveal some insider tips on how to maximize the value of your rare coins. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. If you've ever dreamed of living a life of financial freedom, it starts with knowing the value of what you hold. You have the power to change your financial future with the coins you own, but only if you know what you have. That 1968 no-mint mark penny could be the key to unlocking a life of luxury. It could turn your life from ordinary to extraordinary in an instant. Stay with me until the very end, because in the next video, we'll be talking about how to get your rare pennies appraised, what to do if you found one, and how to turn that find into life-changing wealth. It's all coming up, so don't go anywhere. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell to uncover more coin secrets. Don't miss out. Click that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because the next part of your financial journey starts right here. And remember, sometimes, the smallest coins hold the biggest value. What if I told you that the penny you barely notice in your spare change could be worth $1.2 million? That's right. Buried in the drawers, jars, or even under the couch cushions of American households lies a potential fortune. The 1979 D-Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin is making headlines, and for good reason. But why is this tiny piece of copper so valuable? How can you spot one? And more importantly, could you have one sitting in your collection right now? First, let's uncover the mystery behind this extraordinary penny. Minted in 1979 in Denver, this coin, at first glance, looks just like millions of others. But hidden in plain sight is a tiny detail that makes this particular coin worth more than most people earn in a lifetime. Now, I know what you're thinking, $1 million for a penny? Are we in the Twilight Zone? I promise you, this is real. Collectors go wild for rare coins, and one collector recently shelled out $1.2 million for a pristine 1979 D penny. Why? Because of a rare minting error that's like hitting the coin collector's jackpot. But before we dive into what makes this coin so special, let me ask you, when was the last time you really looked at your pocket change? If it's been a while, it might be time to start. So, what's the secret? The 1979 D penny's extraordinary value comes from a rare doubling error known as a double die. This happens when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly, creating a faint, doubled image on certain areas like the date, lettering, or Lincoln's profile. It's almost like the coin has a hidden fingerprint, one that collectors can't resist. Think of it like a typo, but instead of embarrassing you at work, it makes you a millionaire. Wouldn't it be nice if all mistakes worked out like that? But here's the thing, spotting this error isn't always easy. Many people overlook these coins every day without realizing their true worth. What if one is hiding in your home right now? To find a 1979 D double die penny, here's what you need to do. Start by examining your pennies under a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Pay close attention to the date and the mint mark. Look for any doubling, as well as signs of unusual wear or unique design quirks. Don't delay. These coins are rare, and collectors are always on the hunt. Every day that passes is another day someone else could snatch up what could have been your golden, or should I say copper, ticket. Now that you know what to look for, let's talk about cashing in. If you believe you found a 1979 D double die penny, the first step is to get it authenticated. Reputable organizations like PCGS or NGC can professionally grade your coin and confirm its value. Think of it as the equivalent of getting a diamond appraised. And no, your cousin Larry who collects baseball cards doesn't count as a professional appraiser. Sorry, Larry. Imagine this, one small penny could wipe away debt, fund your dream vacation, or help you retire early. The possibilities are endless, and it all starts with taking a closer look at what you already have. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for unique coins, and auctions can turn a humble penny into a life-changing windfall. But here's the catch, competition is fierce, and the market moves fast. Will you be the one to seize this opportunity, or will you let it slip through your fingers? And speaking of opportunity, there's one more crucial detail about the 1979 D penny that most people don't know, a detail that could mean the difference between thousands and millions. Stick around, because you won't want to miss this. The story of the 1979 D penny isn't just about coins, it's about the hidden value all around us. What if the next millionaire collector wasn't someone else? What if it was you? Your journey to uncovering hidden treasure begins today. All it takes is a little curiosity and the willingness to act. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe for more tips on turning everyday items into extraordinary wealth. And don't forget to share your findings in the comments below. Who knows? You might inspire someone else to find their own $1,000,000 penny. Imagine holding a single penny in your hand, a simple Abraham Lincoln cent you probably thought was worthless. Now imagine that very penny could be worth $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1.3 million. But here's the catch, only a handful exist, and they're hiding in plain sight. Could one be in your possession? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to cash in if you strike gold. Or, in this case, copper. Okay, quick question, when's the last time you even looked at your pocket change? If it's been longer than a week, we might have a problem. In 1986, millions of Abraham Lincoln pennies were minted, but a peculiar mistake happened during production. Some coins were struck without a mint mark. That small, missing detail has made these coins one of the most sought-after collectibles in U.S. history. Here's the kicker, most people have no idea these pennies even exist. They've been tossed in jars, forgotten in drawers, or passed over at garage sales. And now, the demand for these rare coins has skyrocketed, with collectors willing to pay life-changing sums to get their hands on one. But why is a little missing mark so important? And how could it possibly make a penny worth over $1 million? Here's the backstory. Coins minted in the United States typically carry a tiny letter, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and so on. It tells us where the coin was minted. But in 1986, a batch of Lincoln pennies from the Philadelphia Mint accidentally left the factory without the P mint marker. Now, let's talk value. What makes these coins worth so much? It's the age-old rule of economics, rarity plus demand equals big money. There are only a few known examples of the 1986 no-mint mark penny, and collectors are scrambling to find them. In 2021, one of these pennies sold for $1.3 million at auction. That's right, a penny that could have bought a single piece of gum is now worth more than most people's homes. But before you rush to dig through your piggy bank, there's one critical thing you need to know. If your penny doesn't meet this specific requirement, it's worthless. Here's how to identify the real deal. First, check the date, it must say 1986. Next, flip it over. No mint mark under the year? You might be onto something. But hold on, it's not just about the mint mark. The coin's condition is everything. A flawless, uncirculated penny can command a fortune, but even slight wear can drastically reduce its value, and here's where urgency comes into play. The market for rare coins is exploding. As more collectors enter the scene, prices are only going up, but so is competition. If you find one of these pennies, don't wait. Get it authenticated by a professional numismatist, and be ready to act. Now, let me stop you for a second. If you're thinking, oh, I'll just check later, remember this, someone else might find their penny today and snatch up that $1 million payout before you even get started. Don't be that person. So, there you have it. A simple penny, a coin you might have ignored your whole life, could hold the key to $1 million windfall. Are you ready to uncover your hidden treasure? Start looking today, and hey, if you think this is just the tip of the iceberg, you're right. Rare coins like the 1986 no-mint mark penny are just one example of how small, overlooked items can change your life forever. Want to know which other coins could make you a millionaire? Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned, because your journey to wealth is just beginning. What if I told you that a simple, everyday penny sitting in your pocket could be worth $1.2 million? That's not just a dream, it's reality for a rare and extraordinary coin, the 1992 D-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. But here's the kicker, most people don't even know it exists. Could you be holding this tiny fortune in your hand right now? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot one, why it's worth so much, and how you can turn your old coins into life-changing wealth. But time is of the essence. Every day, more of these treasures disappear into obscurity. Don't let your opportunity slip away. In 1992, something remarkable happened at the Denver Mint. A small batch of pennies was struck with a unique and extremely rare design error, the close AM reverse. This means the at and M and the word America are closer together than usual, creating a striking anomaly sought after by collectors worldwide. But how did this mistake come to be? Whether it was a slip-up or a hidden stroke of genius, this error created one of the most valuable coins in American history. And here's the exciting part, many of these coins went into regular circulation, hiding in plain sight. That's right, one could be sitting in a jar on your kitchen counter right now. Quick question, when was the last time you actually looked at your pennies? Or are they just the little copper heroes holding down your purse in a grocery line? So why is this penny worth so much? First, rarity. Out of the billions of pennies minted each year, only a handful of these close AM errors exist. Second, demand. Coin collectors are constantly seeking to complete their collections, and when a piece like this surfaces, it's like the Holy Grail. In fact, in 2017, one of these pennies sold for an astonishing $1.2 million at auction. But here's the harsh reality, most people will never check their change, and these treasures will end up lost, spent, or damaged forever. That's why every moment counts. Imagine the regret of finding out you had one, but it was too late. But wait, how can you know if your penny is the real deal? And what's the fastest way to cash in if it is? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Let's get into the details. First, grab your change jar and a good magnifying glass. Flip your 1992 pennies over and examine the America on the back. If the at and M are almost touching, congratulations, you might have a close AM penny. Now, check for the D mint mark just under the date. If you've got both, it's time to celebrate. But don't spend it at your local coffee shop just yet. Protect your coin by handling it with gloves and storing it in a protective case. Then, have it professionally graded to confirm its authenticity. Once verified, you can list your penny at major auction houses or coin marketplaces. With the right buyers, your simple coin could fetch life-changing amounts. And hey, if it doesn't sell for millions, you'll still be richer than before. After all, a penny saved is, well, you know the saying. This isn't just about a penny. It's about the possibilities hidden in everyday moments. That penny could unlock the financial freedom you've dreamed of, pay for your kids' education, or even let you retire early. But only if you take action. So what are you waiting for? Dig into your change jar, spread the word to your family, and keep your eyes open. You might just change your life with one extraordinary penny. Today, we're talking about the 2002 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that, under the right circumstances, has been valued at a staggering $688,759. But before you toss every penny you own under a magnifying glass, let me warn you, the clock is ticking, and collectors won't wait forever. So grab your coffee, or, if you're like me, that mug full of spare change, and let's dive in before you accidentally spend a fortune on a vending machine snack. The Lincoln penny is one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, minted since 1909. But what sets the 2002 D Mint Mark penny apart is a unique combination of rarity, errors, and demand among collectors. The D indicates it was minted in Denver. But here's the twist, not every 2002 D penny is worth millions. The value depends on factors like its condition, grade, and whether it has specific errors. Imagine finding one in pristine condition, with a rare double die error or a unique design flaw. These are the holy grails of coin collecting, and they could catapult your humble penny into the six-figure league. And speaking of errors, there's one specific feature that makes this penny worth more than gold. I'll reveal what it is in just a moment. So, how do you know if you've struck gold or, well, copper? Let's start with the basics. First, check for the D Mint mark, located just below the year 2002 on the coin. Got it? Good. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Some 2002 D pennies exhibit doubling on the obverse, the front side. Look closely at Lincoln's face, the text "In God We Trust," or the word "Liberty." If these features look like they're doubled, you may be holding a rare double die error coin. And no, doubling doesn't mean Lincoln grew a second chin overnight. It's a minting error that's worth its weight in gold, literally. Here's the catch, these errors are incredibly rare, and competition among collectors is fierce. Every day, more coins are being found, graded, and snapped up by investors. Waiting too long could mean losing out on your chance to cash in. But there's one final step to ensure your penny's worth big bucks, and it involves a decision that could make or break your fortune. I'll tell you what it is in just a minute. Once you've identified your 2002 D penny and confirmed it has the necessary rarity or error, the next step is grading. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and certify your coin's condition, boosting its value exponentially. Coins graded mint state, MS, 68 or higher can reach astronomical prices at auction, think hundreds of thousands, even millions. And yes, that's where the $688,759 figure comes in. Imagine walking into an auction room, or better yet, logging onto an online auction and watching the bidding war begin. Your humble penny could change your life forever. But wait, what if you don't know where to start? Should you trust just any buyer? Absolutely not. The wrong move could mean leaving thousands or even hundreds of thousands on the table. That's why it's crucial to work with trusted auction houses or certified dealers. And remember, knowledge is power. The more you know about your coin's history and value, the better your chances of sealing the deal. So, the next time you're about to toss a penny aside, think again. That little copper coin could be your ticket to financial freedom. The question is, will you take action before it's too late? Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. Check your coins, get them graded, and who knows, you might just uncover a fortune. And hey, if you don't find one, at least you've finally cleaned out your coin jar. Subscribe for more tips on discovering rare treasures hiding in plain sight, and turn your spare change into a wealthy lifestyle. What if I told you that the key to unlocking a life of wealth and luxury might already be sitting in your pocket? This is no joke. Today, we're talking about a single coin, a 2004 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark, that recently sold for an astonishing $588,777. Yes, that's over $500,000 for one penny, and here's the kicker, you might have one just like it. How do you know if your penny is the golden ticket? What makes this coin so valuable? And how can you cash in on the hidden fortune in your spare change? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to make sure you're not leaving a fortune behind. Every day, people handle spare change without a second thought. What if I told you that one careless moment could cost you a life-changing fortune? Imagine telling your future self, sorry, I spent your dream home on a vending machine soda. Ouch, right, but here's the truth, rare and valuable coins like this 2004 Lincoln penny often go unnoticed. It's like a diamond hidden in plain sight. Most people have no idea that coins minted without a mint mark from this year are some of the rarest and most sought after by collectors. So, what's the story behind this penny, and why is it worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Let's dive in. To understand why this coin is worth so much, we need to look at the details. The 2004 penny without a mint mark was struck in Philadelphia, but not all of these pennies are created equal. Some coins were accidentally released with errors so rare that they became collectors' holy grails, but what kind of error could turn a humble penny into a small fortune? It's all about the details. The most valuable coins from this year often show doubling on Lincoln's face, the words, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty." Experts call these double die errors, and they send collectors into a frenzy, but there's more. Some 2004 pennies are struck on the wrong type of metal, giving them a unique color or weight. Others might have off-center strikes, missing letters, or even unusual patterns on the edges. Think of it like a penny with a personality disorder, it doesn't quite fit in, and that's what makes it worth $500,000. This is why you should check your pennies carefully. Every detail could mean the difference between 1 cent and life-changing wealth. So, what should you do right now? First, dig out those old jars of coins, that box in the attic, or even the change under your couch cushions. Focus on pennies from 2004 with no mint mark. Next, look closely for doubling, unusual markings, or errors. If you're unsure, take the coin to a reputable coin dealer or send it for professional grading. A coin grading service like PCGS can confirm its authenticity and value, but here's the critical step that most people overlook: you need to act fast. Rare coins like these are hot commodities, and the market is constantly shifting. The longer you wait, the greater the chance that you miss your opportunity to sell at peak value. Don't imagine what $588,777 could do for you. A dream home, financial freedom, a legacy for your family, all from a single penny. The world is full of hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. Will you take the time to find yours? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to help others uncover the wealth in their pocket change. And let us know in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin? Could the penny you just tossed in your coin jar be worth $488,770? Yes, you heard that right. What if I told you that a humble 2006 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin with no mint mark, the kind you probably have lying around, could transform your financial future? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only know why this coin is worth almost $500,000, but also how to check if you're holding one right now. But hurry! Time might be running out to cash in on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Let's dive into the unbelievable story of the 2006 no mint mark Lincoln penny. So, what makes this particular penny so special? It all starts with a simple fact: a missing mint mark. In 2006, the US Mint produced billions of pennies, but some coins slipped through the cracks without the iconic mint mark. Normally, these coins are produced in Philadelphia, but this error created a rare anomaly. And as collectors will tell you, rarity is king. Now, imagine this: a routine trip to the grocery store. You hand over a penny without thinking twice, but that very coin could have bought you a luxury car, a dream vacation, or even a new home. Exciting, right? But here's where it gets even crazier: why does this particular error make collectors scramble to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars? Let's just say it's not just about rarity. Quick question: when was the last time you actually checked your pocket change? Or are you too busy tossing pennies in a jar, like most of us? It's time to stop underestimating those little copper discs. Now, back to the 2006 no mint mark Lincoln penny. In 2021, one of these coins went up for auction. Experts predicted it would sell for $50,000, maybe $100,000. But what happened next left even the most seasoned numismatists stunned. You won't believe the jaw-dropping price this coin sold for. Let's take a closer look. A fierce bidding war erupted, and when the hammer finally fell, the coin had sold for an astonishing $488,770. That's nearly $500,000 for a single penny. So, how do you know if you're holding one of these golden tickets disguised as a copper coin? Here's what to look for. First, flip your coin over. Is there a mint mark under the date? If not, you might be in luck. But wait, don't get too excited just yet. The next step is getting it authenticated by a professional coin grading service. They'll verify its authenticity and grade its condition, another crucial factor in determining value. Remember, a penny in pristine condition is far more valuable than one that's scratched or worn. And before you ask, no, scrubbing your coin with toothpaste won't make it worth more. That's a rookie mistake. Now, here's the urgency. The market for rare coins is booming right now, but trends can shift. The window to sell your penny for top dollar could close sooner than you think. Don't wait until it's too late. Take action today. Dig through your change, check your coin jars, and visit a professional to see if your 2006 penny is the jackpot you've been waiting for. And if you're serious about selling your rare coins for maximum profit, hit the subscribe button and join our community of savvy collectors. Because sometimes, the smallest things in life hold the greatest value. Your path to a wealthy lifestyle might just start with a single penny. What if I told you that a single penny sitting in your pocket right now could change your life forever? Sounds crazy, right? But what if I also told you that someone just sold a 2015 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny for a jaw-dropping $488,770? Yes, you heard that right. $500,000 for a penny. And guess what? There might be one hiding in your spare change right now. Don't go diving into your couch cushions just yet, but trust me, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to cash in on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's just a penny, right? Most of us wouldn't think twice before tossing one into a tip jar or leaving it on the sidewalk. But for collectors, certain pennies are far more than pocket change, they're treasure. And the 2015 Lincoln 1-cent penny, with no mint mark, is one of the most sought-after coins today. But here's the catch: this coin isn't just rare, it's misunderstood. Many people who've held this penny in their hands have no idea of its value. Some have even spent it on a coffee without realizing they just handed over enough money to buy a mansion. So, what makes this penny worth nearly $500,000? It all comes down to its unique features, a flawless design, no mint mark, and an error in the manufacturing process that makes it one of a kind. In fact, these pennies were produced by accident, and only a handful are believed to exist. But how do you know if you have one of these golden, or should I say, copper, tickets? Well, stick around, because I'm about to show you exactly what to look for, and you won't believe how simple it is to identify. A man in Pennsylvania, just your average Joe, was going through his jar of spare change when he noticed something odd about a penny. Instead of ignoring it, he decided to investigate. Fast forward a few months, and that very penny sold at auction for $488,770. That's the kind of story we're talking about today. And you might be wondering, what exactly should you look for? Check for the date, 2015. This is your starting point. Look for the absence of a mint mark under the year. Unlike most coins, this one was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, but no mint mark was added. Inspect the coin for any unusual characteristics like a pristine, uncirculated appearance or an error in the lettering. And no, licking the coin won't reveal its value. Save that for ice cream cones. The truth is, collectors are scrambling to get their hands on these rare pennies, and their value is climbing fast. So, the longer you wait, the more you risk missing out. But finding the coin is just the first step. The real question is, how do you turn your discovery into cash that could transform your life? Once you've identified a 2015 no mint mark penny, here's what to do next. First, protect it. Place it in a plastic sleeve to avoid damage. Then, get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. This will verify its value and make it auction ready. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stacksbowers have seen coins like these go for record-breaking sums. Just imagine walking into an auction house with a penny and walking out with enough money to retire. But here's the thing, these opportunities won't last forever. Coins like these are being discovered and sold every day. The question is, will you be the one to uncover the next $500,000 penny, or will it slip through your fingers? So, take a look at your spare change tonight. That humble jar on your kitchen counter could be holding a life-changing fortune. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Check your pennies, get them evaluated, and who knows? You might just be the next big success story. Remember, even the smallest coin can hold the biggest treasure. Would you believe that a coin sitting quietly in your pocket could be worth an astonishing $688,778? That's right. This isn't some fantasy, it's a real, jaw-dropping possibility. What if I told you this humble 2018 D. Abraham Lincoln penny could turn your wildest dreams of wealth and luxury into reality? But here's the kicker, only a few know how to find these treasures. Are you one of them? Before you think, it's just a penny, remember, this could be the day you discover the jackpot sitting in your drawer. So, grab that coffee and stick around, because missing this information might cost you $688,778. Let's set the stage. The 2018 D. Abraham Lincoln penny, minted in Denver, might seem ordinary. Billions were made that year. But what separates this coin from the masses is a unique error, a rare flaw that collectors are willing to pay a fortune for. Yes, a simple minting mistake could be your golden ticket. Now, let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked carefully at your spare change? Be honest. Most of us don't bother. It's just a penny, right? Wrong. That mentality could be costing you more than you realize. Here's the deal, certain coins are like hidden treasure maps, and only those who know how to decode the clues can unlock their riches. But here's where the fear kicks in. What if you already had one and spent it on a soda? That's why you need to pay attention, because every penny could be the one. Don't worry, we'll get to the exact details of what makes this penny worth a fortune in just a moment. Now, what makes the 2018 D penny so valuable? It's all about the minting errors, tiny imperfections that turn a standard coin into a collector's dream. Errors like double die stamps, off-center strikes, or even a misplaced mint mark can skyrocket the value. But here's where things get exciting, and a little scary. These coins are incredibly rare. Out of billions minted, only a handful are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The thrill of the hunt is real, but so is the challenge. So how do you know if you've struck gold or, in this case, copper? Let me show you. Coming up, I'll reveal exactly what to look for on your 2018 D penny and how you can turn it into the ultimate payday. But first, a fun fact: did you know the average penny circulates for 25 years before being retired? Imagine how many stories your coins could tell, or how many chances they've had to change lives. Alright, let's break it down. The key features that make a 2018 D penny worth $688,778 include double die errors. Look for letters or numbers that appear to be doubled, especially in Liberty or the date, misalignment marks. Check the D under the date. If it's off-center or looks unusual, you might be onto something. Off-center strikes. If part of the design is missing, that's a big clue. Take your coins, grab a magnifying glass, and inspect them like your financial future depends on it, because it does. And here's where the urgency comes in: collectors are actively hunting for these rare coins, and demand won't last forever. The longer you wait, the more you risk missing out on life-changing money. Still not convinced? In just a moment, I'll share the story of someone who cashed in their rare penny and how it transformed their life forever. Imagine this: you sell a single penny for hundreds of thousands of dollars. What would you do next? Pay off debt? Travel the world? Buy your dream home? It's all possible, but only if you take action today. Start small. Go through your change jar, search your couch cushions, even check your car's cup holder. That penny you overlook could be worth more than a year's salary. Don't let your chance slip away. Subscribe now for more tips on uncovering hidden treasures, and let's turn spare change into life-changing wealth. Remember, every penny counts.